Hi there. This will be the first part of a tank review series. I will start with the combined review of a Merkava 1 and 2C. This is because of their similarities in features and design. To keep this review somewhat structured, I will start with the lower tiered, the Merkava 1. One of the most prominent features of the Merkava 1 is the autoloading gun. To be specific, the autoloader first class. The 4-shot autoloader has a combined alpha of about 1600 damage. One shot has therefore about 400 damage. Even though the high damage potential is phenomenal, the reload time of 10 seconds shouldn't be underestimated. When the magazine is loaded, the time between shots is still 4 seconds. As well as those downsides, the gun handling is awful, easily the worst of all tier 5 MBTs. In general, it's a very good tank for any beginner. It has the most hit points of all tier 5 MBTs, but this comes at the cost of speed and camo rating. It has the worst camo of all tier 5 MBTs, and it is the third slowest. That concludes the stat rundown, and now to my feelings of this tank. The tank is all around good, but the armor is still rather weak compared to the tier 6, so you shouldn't expect too much bouncing. As long as you hide your weak points, you should be fine. The weak points include the lower plate and the turret ring. With that in mind, let's move on to the tier 6 Merkava 2C. To keep in touch with the previous tank, the gun is still an autoloader first class, with a 4-shot magazine. To be honest, most of what I've just said also applies to this tank. For example, the gun. It still has the same alpha of about 400 damage per shot. The only difference is the reload time. It's 1 second shorter. The fact that it has the most hit points is still true with all the downsides I just mentioned. Most remarkable is the armor. 800mm frontal turret armor. It's the top of all tier 6 MBTs. The hull is also decently armored, being the 4th thickest in this regard. Because there isn't much to say about this tank stat-wise, I'm just gonna start with my personal opinion of this tank. In any battle I had with this tank so far, the armor was really remarkable. You're able to mark the difference between the tier 5 and 6 in that way. The thing that bothered me the most about this tank was the lack of armor penetration on the stock APCR rounds, with only 370mm. While the tank is still too slow to keep up with anyone, the speed boost of 10 km an hour was really an improvement. I'm now gonna play a few clips of the Merkava 2C to show some of its strengths in combat. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.